So, hi guys. You may be faced with the task of identifying a sample of a white powdery substance. This may seem to be a daunting task because there are many solid substances that have a white powdery appearance. Not to worry, chemists have discovered methods of carrying out analysis to identify different substances. And these methods are known as qualitative chemical analysis. Qualitative chemical analysis falls under a branch of chemistry known as analytical chemistry. This branch of chemistry deals with the identification of elements or compounds in an unknown substance. In this lesson, you will learn about some apparatus and the basic processes involved in qualitative chemical analysis. Some of the apparatus used include test tubes or boiling tubes for holding the test samples, test tube rack to keep the test tubes in upright positions, dropper for adding reagents into test samples, test tube holders for holding the test tubes especially while heating, beam balances for weighing test samples, beakers for holding liquids or dissolving solid samples, glass rod for stirring, tripod stand and Bunsen burner for heat application, retort stand for holding glass apparatus in place, funnel and filter paper for filtration of insoluble solid and liquid mixtures, litmus paper for testing for acidity and alkalinity, evaporating dish for evaporating solvents in a sample, and measuring cylinders for measuring volumes of liquids. Now, during qualitative analysis, we carry out tests on an unknown sample. During the test, we need to make and record our observations based on what we perceive with our senses during the test. And this is because these observations can help us to draw conclusions or inferences on what the composition of the unknown test sample is. The test carried out on a sample could involve a physical or chemical change. For example, the unknown test sample can be added to water in a beaker to detect its solubility. It may also be heated or treated with test chemicals called reagents to observe the chemical reactions that occur. In most cases, these chemical reactions are observed by noticing color changes, precipitates, or the evolution of gases. Sometimes an unknown sample can also be heated in a flame to observe the color imparted on the flame. But before we conclude, it is important to note that laboratory safety wares must be used during qualitative chemical analysis to prevent laboratory accidents. In subsequent lessons, we will learn how to carry out qualitative analysis on different substances in order to identify their compositions. Now, this may sound like a lot to take in, so let's summarize the key points learned in this lesson. Qualitative chemical analysis falls under a branch of chemistry known as analytical chemistry. Analytical chemistry is a branch of chemistry that deals with the identification of elements or compounds in an unknown substance. During qualitative analysis, it is very important to make observations and record them. Laboratory safety wares must be used during qualitative chemical analysis to prevent laboratory accidents. Bye for now.